Hey guys, well, today we are back with some more Rimworld. If you didn't catch the end of my last Rimworld stream or see the VOD, then I recommend you try and look for it because it is a doozy, and also it is the reason why we are starting a new run, this time an anomaly run. So if there's anything you need caught up with, check that episode in the VODs, especially because it'll show you everything you need to know about this starting colony, such as stats, and religion, etc., etc. So, right off the bat, we need to build a base that can withstand whatever shit anomaly is going to throw at us, especially since the monolith spawned right here, which is a pretty centralized location. I don't mind having a base right near the center. It's definitely pretty nice. So I think I'll turn this over here into my base. It's pretty close to the monolith. Not too close, but it's decently close, and we can expand more up here where there's rocky soil anyway, so it's not like we'd be growing there anyway. So first things first, we're claiming all of this, and we're going to deconstruct these, just because I don't really see the appeal of having fences that do nothing. And we're going to haul all the stones as well. Now, of course, to do that, we're going to need a dumping stockpile zone, which I will put down here. Let me actually shrink that one a little. I want it going onto the good soil. And beyond that, are there any other limestone buildings? Yes, up here. So we will deconstruct this up here to get more limestone to build more walls out of, so we can keep using the same material. Now in the future we might not use limestone for all our buildings, but for now I want a nice strong limestone building. Also, how did I miss those three? Now we're going to want a stockpile zone in one of these rooms. We're going to probably want it in the biggest room, which will end up, honestly, probably being this whole area at some point. But for now, let's just have it be in here and here. Now, limestone doors suck, because all stone doors are awful. You do not want to use stone doors. Also, Dennis, can you do me a favor and prioritize hauling that so we can get vision? Thank you. So we probably want to replace these doors with wood. Only the outer doors are ever going to be stone because they're so slow that we do not want to have to use stone anywhere really, but on the outer doors it'll at least work. So we do have a ship chunk over here as well, so that'll be some nice components in steel. Well, actually, I'll wait to deconstruct that. I never did set these for my people. Now, as you can see, D-class up here can't really do anything. So, yeah. But we do need Yees over here doctoring. Everyone prioritizing bed rest. We're not doing childcare right now. Basic to that. Da-da-da-da-da. You have a 4, you have a 4. Both of you can grow. Let's see. Both of you can plant cut as well. I guess you're a crafter because you're at a 7. You're art. And then research. Thankfully, the person who does research can't haul or clean, so we don't have to actually worry about changing the priorities at all. That's honestly, yeah, we're pretty much done. I'll just set them both to doing regular research as a 4. Though for constructing, it might be worth letting them practice a bit, but we'll probably waste materials if we do that. So yeah, Dennis is the only one who can actually deconstruct and construct right now, which will be fine. Now D-class, we can draft him and, you know, her, and make her attack whoever we feel like. They just need to eat food. As long as they eat food, we're fine. They also need to eat raw food. So we will make sure to do that. Now, she does have unnatural regeneration, which means that they can heal pretty much anything right away, which means that we can just send her to go attack shit for her own food. I mean, it's really that simple. And we'll let her eat some twisted meat. That is perfect for her to eat. But yeah. Now there's an alpaca here that she can eat if need be. She did kind of decimate it, which shows how terrifying it would be if D-Class ended up getting loose. Because you gotta remember, D-Class is a brawler. So... yeah, extremely dangerous. Speaking of danger, in case we get attacked, I need everyone equipping their right weapon. So we've got a shooter, a melee, and a person who's barely good at shooting. So have the melee, when you're done whatever you're doing, do that. And you, when you're done what you're doing, do that. Now there is a turret pack here, but I don't know if I really like them. They're kind of... eh. They're very mediocre. I mean, they're nice sometimes, but... eh. Anyway. So while he's deconstructing, let's also prioritize these doors. So we're gonna want a wall here. Let's honestly just get rid of this. Let's make this one big room. Up like that. And here. And I want a wooden door here. We're gonna need to chop some wood for that. But yeah. Then we'll, do this. There we go. That gives everyone something to do at least. So I'll just deconstruct this door, because if I'm gonna make this whole room here, this will just be the storage room, so... I'm sorry, I'm just sort of like deciding between doing one thing or another, and it keeps making me change my mind. Dennis, please deconstruct this door as soon as possible so that they can start hauling wood to it. There you go. It's gonna be a wooden door. Instead of deconstruct, I'm just gonna build over it. Okay. And up here, this room will be their sleeping spots for now. I don't know if D-Class needs a bed. He doesn't. She doesn't. It doesn't. It's not human anymore. So I'm pretty much just gonna let D-Class just wander and do whatever, you know, eating meat as it goes. I don't want to try and contain it because I'm not sure if that makes it aggressive, so I'm just gonna leave it be. It can have fun just walking around doing its own thing. Okay, they are sleeping outdoors because of the order he built these things. This proximity detector thankfully doesn't need power, but I think it needs to be connected to power. It's kind of strange. I'm gonna put it right out front of the door. Now, I did say about having a limestone outer door, but I realized it's just not worth it. It's so slow, and we can just deal with if they decide to break down the door. Okay, so it needs power. It didn't say it did, but it does need power. Okay, that makes more sense. Now we are gonna want beds at some point. For now, I put sleeping spots. We're gonna want beds, so I will swap him out for beds once he's done with the limestone walls. Or right now. You can do it right now as well. Since they pretty much have nothing to do when they're not chopping trees, I guess I'll put it to more tree chopping and some berry bush harvesting. Okay, now at least everyone has a bed. Get rid of this generator too. The flooring is awful. It's literally even more negative than just soil. So I'm going to remove the floor in here. Just all of the flooring go away. Matter of fact, get the ones under the walls too. I know you can't mine it once or remove it after it's already a wall on top of it, but still. Now, Belle, is she not able to do plants either? No, she's pretty much just good at mining, so that's what we'll have her doing. We'll have her, let's see, ooh, silver ore. Let her get us some money. And then after that, we'll have her do this steel up here. I'll wait to get components. Now there's our ancient danger. That's an okay location, I suppose. There's a very large limestone building over here. That's even more limestone we can use. That's nice. That's nice. Now, I did pick a map that actually has limestone naturally, so we can always get more that way. Or sandstone, which is, you know, that's fine, I guess. Or marble, which I picked that hoping that we could use the marble for some nice statues, because that makes them worth more. Because then they're more beautiful, I believe, or more rich, one of the two. Now, we're going to need to change their schedules. Because as they stand right now, they're kind of just wasting time doing weird shit. There we go. Belle just finished doing her mining. She's going to be very tired in the morning because of that, but oh well. He did put on the turret pack. There's a mad guinea pig. Okay, well, that's D-class. Food. I did get a mod that lets you speed up time to 4 times without having to open dev mode. I did that because I want to be able to fast track through certain parts of the game, such as when everyone's asleep, without having to have dev mode open, because I don't want to look like I'm cheating, because I don't plan to. But like right now, perfect time to do it. At that end, because Dennis is just deconstructing things. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna forbid these, so he deconstructs a lot more at a time, because he's only getting like 2 or 3 bricks per. Now, there are some granite columns here, which could get us a little bit of granite, which is very nice if we have in large numbers, but only a little bit is kind of meh. Now, we need to finish this building as soon as possible. We can stop having food and shit deteriorate. I mean, the food's going to spoil, but it won't deteriorate that way, at least. Okay, now I will unforbid this, and Dennis will proceed to not haul it because he's a moron. There we go. He's still gonna botch a good bit of constructions, because there's nothing he can really do. Okay, good work, Dennis. What are you grabbing even more, and you're going to bed? Okay. So yeah, D-Class can just sort of do whatever. He'll exist, I suppose. Who's our best social? Belle is. Okay, well, I'll have her real quick wake up to trade with them. Wow, right off the bat, a mono sword. Yeah, I don't have enough for that, but boy howdy, would it be nice if I did. Jeez, and cataphract armor, like, I wish that D-Class was strong enough to take all these guys on by herself. She isn't. Oh. Okay. So, wait a minute. Is it just letting me know? Oh, it's stirring. Okay, have fun, Fallen Monolith. I don't know what that means. Normally I investigate you before I ever get that notification, so that's concerning. Hey, Belle, can you finish off the silver mining and then haul all the silver? I guess you can't haul it because we don't have room. Okay, here we go. The room got finished while I wasn't looking. He's still up here deconstructing limestone bricks, which we're going to need to replace walls if they get broken at any point. Speaking of which, let's turn on that setting. I don't know why that isn't initially on. I think that should be. It's a very nice setting to have. Okay, now he's just going to start repairing all the walls. The gazelle self-tamed. Great, that's food, I guess, for D-Class. Now, we're gonna want a butcher spot, but we're gonna probably put it outside, so that way it, you know, let's move this. Let's just uninstall it, because I thought it wasn't gonna need power because it said it needed 0 watts, but I guess that's because it was uninstalled. Let's haul these rocks as well. deconstruct the ship chunk to get some components. But they should be hauling all this shit now, which will be quite nice. And repairing all the walls, which will get us construction up. That is a very nice way to farm construction XP. Our faction, because I know Tom really liked the SCP Foundation, we'll just do. And for the settlement name, we'll have this be Site 1. I don't think we'll ever make another faction base. I don't usually do multiple faction bases, but it is like that for if we do, I guess. Prepared. Go get us some medicine, I guess. Okay, now Dennis needs to start removing these floors. There we go. Now, the next step, we're going to start building some wooden buildings, just because it's, you know, even though it's flammable, we need some more buildings ASAP. Now, this time, I'm going to start with a little bit bigger rooms than last time. Last time, I think I did like 5 sized rooms or something. I'm going to give them real nice, luxurious 9x9 rooms. And the reason for that is simple. I do not want to worry about their mood, and I am terrified of what's going to be happening to their mood because of Anomaly. So because of that, I'm going to make sure that they are quite happy with their homes. Now, I've played Anomaly before. I am not new to Anomaly. I am new to playing it on, first of all, this difficulty. I played it on like a very low difficulty just to try it out. And second of all, I'm new to playing it without reloading saves. So this is gonna be a bit interesting. But yeah, I know that their moods can get pretty fucked up in this game mode. So I want to definitely get them some nice big rooms. I'm doing shared walls despite them being wooden rooms because they are, you know, bedrooms. They're big. I want to save on wood. I'm already gonna have to spend a lot for the flooring because I want to make them have nice floors. There we go. And now have them move these. Work on bed. Work on bed. Work on bed. I guess I'll set this to investigate. Who should do it? The Yeez is the one who should be doing it. I'll have him do it when he wakes up then. May as well investigate it by hand before whatever the hell's going on happens. The ghoul is starving. Oh gosh. Where's the corpse at from earlier? Oh, it can't eat it because it's rotting. Okay, something to fight it. Something to fight. Come on. A warg, something easier. A bear. Okay, there's just a lot of very dangerous animals nearby. Okay, there's 2 bears as well, by the way. Okay, fox. There you go, D-Class. Now, D-Class might genuinely be able to take on this bear. So I'm going to try it. Because D-Class does insane damage. And can heal from a lot. Like, it's gonna be close, but I think it's doable. Okay, yeah. Close. And now we just shoot the bear, and D-Class will heal itself. It's not gonna die from bleeding. There we go. We got rid of a bear. I'm not sure I really want to heal the ghoul, but I'll go ahead and do it. Without medicine, of course. Speaking of, I should change the defaults. I want everyone to go without medicine for now because I don't have any medicine really. Now there is a bite scar on Dennis apparently. I didn't realize that. I guess I have to replace that or was it an arm? Yeah, I have to replace that arm. Okay, Yeez has already finished tending him because most of his wounds have tended themselves. It's just that strong. Or just can't be tended, I guess. So, it's time for Yeez to investigate the monolith and start this whole awful endeavor. Keep focusing. That's nice and terrifying. Okay, in an instant he understood the monolith, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Right off the bat, a gray pall. Which, if I remember correctly, is that the one that just makes people unhappy? Okay, yeah. I need to actually choose what research we're doing. We're gonna start with Void Provocation, because that's like the best one to start with. D class has gotten up. Has some wounds to heal, but I'm pretty sure they can heal literally anything with enough time and food. Oh, a Harbinger tree! Yeah, that's nice. There we go, that's very nice. We'll have that be critical, but only for rotten corpses. There we go. Fresh corpses, D class is gonna want to eat, so. You know. Why is this book left outside? Now, the Great Pall does make it extremely dark. Like, you guys may not be seeing it as dark as I am, and I'm not sure if Twitch is making it brighter for you, but it's almost impossible to see in the middle of the night. Now, it says holding platforms are needed. I need to build an actual structure to contain them first. This wooden door wouldn't work very well for it, but I could fit one in here. If I replace that with a stone door, which it used to be a stone door and I replaced it with wood, so that'd be a waste of time. But I could fit in there, but I don't want to do that. I want to make a bigger room for reasons that you will eventually see. Instead, this room up here is going to be for something else. Not sure what yet, but it's going to be for something else. Okay, now we need to start making food production. So, you know what? I have an idea. I'll use this room as a butchering room. That would make much more sense than what I was going to do. And then this will be an electric stove, or not electric, a fueled stove even. Now we do need floors in here so that we don't have people getting sick from not using it. Plus, it may as well. A sight stealer has appeared. Right off the bat. Okay, well. Would have liked it if D-Class could have healed a bit more before doing this, but also getting dirt in its eyes. Belle, why don't you help D-Class with killing this? Never mind, everyone, D-Class is just a king like that. Now, it is still alive. That's good research. I'll temporarily have the holding platform in here. Dennis, why are you so slow? Oh, it's because time wasn't sped up. And a man-hunting pack of guinea pigs. It's thankfully only 2, but D-class, that's your job. You are just our ultimate combat personnel. And we haven't even upgraded you yet. You have much to go. So yeah, we're gonna capture and put you in here. Dennis, capture it before it gets up. And before it dies. It had a left arm and left leg removed. That explains why it went down so quickly. And a raid. Okay, Randy, calm the fuck down. Like, jeez, I haven't been here for more than 5 minutes. It could be. It depends. Is the snack anomalous, or is it just a regular snack? Oh, that looks anomalous to me. We're gonna have to contain it. Okay, well, it's time for these raiders to figure out that they attacked the wrong fucking people. We may have a slightly damaged D-class here, who is missing every toe on her left foot. But, yeah, you do not attack. You do not attack this D-class. Where'd the gunshots hit? Oh, stomach and right arm? Okay, well, the arm one is not very good. Okay, the shotgun's kind of scary. Might have to send over our own shotgun. Now, D-class doesn't have a lot of movement speed. 34%, to be specific. So, and only 70% manipulation. Now, this this guy's gonna die. He's gonna bleed out. So, if we go around this way, oh crud! Come on, get to him, D-class, before he hits you anymore. There you go. Okay. I mean, D-class may not be having fun health-wise, but D-class is also a ghoul, and I don't really care, because that's literally what D-class are for, is not caring. Oh, the shotgunner was a genie. If you didn't have Gourmand, I would have actually recruited you, because a genie with a minor passion in crafting and intellectual is a really nice thing to get early on. But Gourmand means I don't care about you. So, yummy food for the D-class. Yeah, I do like how the ghoul still remembers their daughter and their ex-husband, and therefore has respective opinions of them. Right now, we only have the ghoul, which isn't contained, and this sight stealer here. It's very dark because we're having a gray pall happening right now, but we have a sight stealer who attacked, and that's why D-class is, well, was damaged a lot. Now she only has 2 damages from them, and the rest are, those bitten off are actually from a bear that ate her entire leg. However, she killed the bear eventually, and is just regenerating body parts because ghouls can do that. So I'm just letting her eat this person because, I mean, may as well. She went for the legs first. Good to know that that's the best eating part, at least in a ghoul's opinion. I don't want honor. I always forget to change the reward preferences until they give me a quest that has an awful reward. Anyway, let's finish this and make some food. And we'll cook fine meals until we have 10. There we go. Now we're no longer just eating packaged survival meals. Now, the next order of business, their bedrooms are kind of dull, but we'll worry about that later. We need to build an actual structure for containing the SCPs, because right now it's just little rinky-dink room with some metal chains. It's like, that's not really what I was going for. So we want high strength for the walls and door, and we want it to be large enough to hold enough SCPs. I usually go for 4 in one room. So we want a decent sized building for that. Now, the best material for that would then be some kind of stone, because steel, as you know, has really bad durability. Slate isn't much better. There is limestone over here. We can deconstruct this and use this. That'll get us a nice amount of limestone. Are these limestone columns? They are. We'll break those as well then. And lastly, these are limestone stellies. So that'll be a nice amount of limestone that we can use. And we use those to build up a full-blown containment room. Yeah, I named the location that we're currently at Site 1. Just because of you, Tom. Let's see here. We could sell this bear skin, get some money. Not a lot of other useful stuff. I guess some cloth might be useful so that we can make like a poker table or some carpeting. I'll buy as much as I can afford from just selling the bear fur. There we go. 43, I guess. I know I have more silver, but it hasn't been hauled yet. Because we don't have room. Hey, D-Class, how you doing? Still healing up, I see. Look how fast this healing is. I mean, I am on 4 times speed, but still. Like, that's insane. So we got Void Provocation. Next up, we're going to want to learn Entity Containment. But now we can do rituals to basically forcibly get SCPs to visit us. Also, D-Class is fully healed already. So yeah, ghouls are a bit ludicrously strong. If I find pretty much any character that is a brawler, I will probably turn them into a ghoul. That's probably just what I'm gonna do. Because why not? Means more insanely strong melee people. Honestly, Belle is probably never really gonna have to use that knife. Speaking of, these people are not doing any work. They need something to do in their off time, so I need to get some research benches set up so that they have something to do in their off time. I guess I'll put them in their bedrooms for now. That way they aren't just sitting there doing jack shit half the time. And I'll pick an actual research while I'm at it. Let's see. We have electricity right off the bat. We should probably do advanced lights. Or, no, wait. You know what? Let's just go straight for geothermal power. Let's just get electricity sorted permanently. Because there's a geothermal geyser right here. Also, D-Class, why don't you have fun with that war sprinter? Yeah, the great thing about having a character who can't do anything except combat, you don't feel like you're wasting their time by having them spend half the day doing that. Okay, there we go. We got research benches, so no one's ever going to be just not doing anything now. Dennis can go back to deconstructing shit. Are there any more limestone stellies? Let's give like the most parts. Marble. Marble. No, looks like that was all the stellies. Okay, well then once he's done deconstructing that... Hang on, Dennis, what are you doing? You researching? Oh, we still don't have more room to haul. Okay. Well then, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna make a stockpile zone here that is dedicated entirely to limestone blocks. And then, Dennis, you're gonna haul. There we go. Tomorrow, once all the limestone is hauled, we will create a grand, gigantic structure. And by gigantic, I don't actually mean that big. It's gonna be decently sized, but like it doesn't need to be huge. But it needs to be big enough for 4 holding platforms that are also going to have harvesters attached to them and stuff like that. Now, everyone's mood is doing relatively fine right now. They're not quite so happy about not having a researcher, but whatever. Hey, that's fine, Tom. If you want to lurk, you lurk. If you don't even want to watch, you don't have to watch. I'm streaming whether you're here or not. You can always check out the VOD. So, okay. We've got all this limestone hauled. So, yeah, if we're going to do holding platforms... Wrong one. Oh, no, I understand. I'm just saying, you know, it's not a big deal if you want to lurk or do anything else. Just do whatever you feel like. I'm here for your entertainment. Where do I want to put this? Maybe up here. So we're gonna need room for them to, I'm trying to remember. Hang on, let me check research. I'm trying to remember, what is the building I'm thinking of that you want to put near all of them? The shard inhibitor. I believe it's just 1 block or 1 tile in size, but I will wait until I see how big it is before I start building this. So I know I have the right size building. When can this next be researched? 11 hours. What about this? 16 hours. Okay, so about 11 hours until I can find out. Mad Muffalo, hey D-Class, go have fun. You get to beat the shit out of something. Jeez, D-Class is kind of terrifying. This is a literal Muffalo, and D-Class is just taking it out and only taken 4 hits, sorry. That is insane. Also, D-Class is urgently hungry. Kill the Muffalo completely and then eat it. There you go. As long as we keep it fed, we're fine, and we can have it go feed itself by killing things and eating their flesh. Oh, another Harbinger tree, how nice. Inspired taming as well. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. So let's get this dark research done in 0.54321. There we go. Now, Dennis. Wait, you're not the one who's researching. Bell is. No, Yeez. Yeez is the researcher. I don't even know who does what anymore. Now we are almost done with the end of the containment. We didn't quite get it. That is a shame. Well, I'm just gonna guess at how big it is because I don't really want to have to wait a lot more long. So I'm pretty sure doing it this way, it goes in the center. You know what? I'll just assume it's way bigger than it actually is. And if the building ends up being way bigger than it needs to be, then it ends up being way bigger than it needs to be. So I remember then the containment things are like 3 or 4 in size. So we're going to get, again, just expand way larger than it needs to be. If the building is too big, then the building is too big. Oop, not, yeah, remove planes. Because if it's too big, we can always take that as an excuse to repurpose it for other things as well. So we should have enough limestone for this whole building. Thank goodness. Now we do have security doors started out as researched, and we're going to use one right off the bat, because we're gonna need it! That music change just very suddenly scared me. Male Psychic Soothe just when we needed it. Now, security doors do need power. So, now that I think about it, for now, we will just do a limestone door and another wall, because I don't want to worry about power yet. Not until we get geothermal up and running, so we have consistent, reliable power without any batteries needed. That way we don't have to worry about zzzt. And a heat wave. Thank goodness it is not in the summer. Now we have a visitor who has a good heavy SMG. That's not bad. Let's see if we can buy it. No, definitely not. Way too expensive. And they're leaving because of the dangerous temperature, because it is 120 degrees. Wow, I just noticed that. I knew it was gonna be hot. I didn't know it was gonna be that fucking hot. Dennis, we need passive coolers ASAP. Okay, well that makes the rooms at least habitable. Ghoul starvation, D-class, why are you not eating? Oh my gosh, did we already chew through the entire muffalo? A ghoul transport pod crash. Okay, well this ghoul is kind. Not sure about that. But also has an adrenal heart. That does make it hungry faster, but gives it the ability to move and attack at extremely fast speeds. That is nice, but I think we're just gonna capture this one to investigate. However, right now we can't do that, and it's gonna get up very soon. So I'm actually going to just go have our ghoul kill it once it's done eating. Ghoul on ghoul violence. Because I'd really rather not have that get back up and cause any damage. A bit scary. Plus, I wanted brawlers or tough. You know, if they have brawler or tough, I will make them a ghoul once I get that research. That'll be my rule of thumb for colonists. Because it doesn't matter what their stats are that much. I mean, obviously having a high melee does help, but if they're brawler, they probably will have a high melee. Now this gray pall is still here, and it's getting annoying. And the heat wave's over, that's nice. Temporary workers. A masterwork book for construction and animals, but I would lose 2 colonists. I don't think I could send D-class. I mean, maybe I could, but that's for 28 days, so I'm gonna say no. That's a really nice quest if I had enough people for that to be worth it, but I just don't. Okay, we got that research. Now let's do bioferrite extraction. But we now know how to do entity containment, which means I can find out if I did way too big of a building or not. I did. I did a massively too large building. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna actually have to shrink it. Because I made it way too big. So here, let's see here. Electric inhibitors, I believe, have the same range as the harvesters. I'm pretty sure. Bioferrite extractor. Yeah, I think it has the same size. So if we pretend like this is an extractor for a second here, it needs room between it and the thing. So we can't, can we put a holding platform right in front of it? We can. Okay, so basically holding platform and then 2 in room. So 1, 2. Yeah, this is the size of a building we needed. We went a bit overkill. Well, we can always change that. Like I said, we can repurpose the rest of this room. So what I actually will let him finish this. I don't know why I canceled it. I'll let him finish this, but this outer room will be where we keep something else. It won't be containing creatures. Maybe that'll be like a research room of some sort. I'm not sure. But yeah, this outer room will be something else altogether. Could put prisoners here. That way, that way we have to go through the prison or past the prison to get to the SCP. So the SCPs are like right next to where D-class personnel are kept. If you want to, you know, treat D-class like prisoners. Now, D-class the person is gonna go kill this warg. That was not a great start. Instantly getting pretty highly damaged, but thankfully he will absolutely decimate this warg, because Brawler is insane. Seriously, like, once we get the ability to upgrade ghouls, this D-class personnel is going to absolutely stomp. Transport pod crash. What she got? Body modder, incapable of violence. Yeah, no. That's just gonna be food for D-class. Because that is terrible. A bulk goods trader, again. Okay, what do you have for sale? And we could buy more cloth if only we could actually get our silver in our room. So it's considered our silver. Oh well. Yet again, I'll buy all the cloth I can afford from just what items I'm selling currently, rather than hauling the silver. Because I know it's here. It's all right here. We have 406 silver just here. Tell you what, if I change this to not just have blocks, but also have steel, then, like, yeah, I should just have all the stone blocks and steel be out here. And while we're at it, we could do other shit, but I think for now we'll just do that. But this will give us a lot more room in our storage room for actually important things that can decay and stuff like that. Oh, it's an opportunity for sacrificing something to SCP-682. I love that ritual that we came up with. Sadly, I cannot do that right now. It is still way too early in the game. It's literally been 12 days. Actually, 11 days. I have not enough set up, and we need to get this containment room set up for when things inevitably attack. That kind of takes precedence over appeasing 682. Now, we do need to get some recreation variety. So I will set up a horseshoe pin real quick. Ooh, 1 free Glitter World medicine. That could be the difference between life and death later. Okay, we're almost finished with the security room. This dirt mole is not dying of bleeding out because I didn't realize that only like a very little amount of blood loss. He's just down from being really old. So D-Class might have to kill him on his own. There we go. Death in 3 hours. Now D-Class will have some food. And it'll be nice human flesh. D-Class's favorite? Probably shouldn't be training my ghoul to eat human flesh priority over other foods, but like... Is it really that bad? Also, I need to change these. I forgot about drug policies and stuff like that. I hate using drugs in this game via policy. I like just doing it by hand. So, yeah. Also, some beggars are here. Yeah, no, that's... I don't care. Now, I don't think we have enough limestone, which is really upsetting. So what I'm gonna do is let's get a stonecutter's table and let's make more limestone. It's upsetting we'll have to craft it, but... So let's do it until you have about 90. We'll let the crafter, whoever it is, do that. It's Belle, okay. But there we go. Now we should be able to finish. There we go. So the SCP room is completed. Now we just have to get the holding platforms and stuff set up. Now the sight sealer we've got is missing an arm and a leg, which drastically decreases its chances of escaping, which is pretty good. I shouldn't say it decreases the chances. It just makes it take less time before, or take more time before it will. Also, I thought this was a traitor, and then I realized it was the people who want something from me. How nice of them. Mercer, I don't know your stats, and you're 60 years old, so I'm not accepting you. Oh, my people are starving. Okay, well that means that we need to get some food, and I know the best type of food. And that's food obtained by a ghoul who's just beating the shit out of a gazelle. Or actually, we'll do a muffalo. Muffalos give more meat. Although it has just pissed off every muffalo in the area. This may be an issue. D-Class may be strong. D-Class isn't that strong. At least he took out one of the muffalos, but now the rest are kind of in a manhunting rage. We'll be fine for the most part. Because on the bright side, it will end eventually. We just might have to keep people indoors. They are starving, so I guess we can't really do that. I might just have to starve for like a day. It's only trivial right now. We're gonna use the beggars as cover. They'll get the attention of the muffalo. There we go. Thank you, beggars, for your sacrifice. Now that one's dead in 6 hours, so let's swap to a different target. 10 hours. 8 hours, that's good enough for me. Okay, now everyone run away. The muffaloes should be quite slowed now. There's also another muffalo over here who has a bad back and was therefore a lot slower than the rest. Let's see. We can just kite them now. There we go, one muffalo dead. Two muffalos dead. One with the bad back is still going to take a good few shots. There we go, third one down. And fourth one should go down any second now. Pump shotguns are just so strong. There we go. That's every muffalo down. And D-Class is just over here with a destroyed leg, but otherwise perfectly fine. I don't really care because he'll heal. And Yeez is now having some dark visions because he's so hungry. Oh well. Also, he's got a scratch scar on his torso. Good for him. That's nice and painful, I'm sure. Actually, is it actually? It is. He's permanently got 3% pain because of it. I'm sure he enjoys that. That explains why his mood is so low. D-Class is back to standing. On the bright side, we've got food now. Now, sadly, our cook is also our constructor, so we can't really do both at the same time. That was an oversight on my behalf. Now, D-Class, why don't you come over here and eat some of the raw meat that we've got? Oh, and Yeez's dark vision stopped. That's good. He did eat some raw food, which upset him, but he has the catharsis now. Okay, there we go. Bioferrite extraction research. Next up, we're going to want a bioferrite harvester. And now we will say to start extracting bioferrite from this guy. Just to really piss him off. It's a good thing to always piss off your entities. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna turn that off. I just wanted to extract it once. I am going to transfer him over here as well, so that we can move the platform he's on into there. There we go. And now it's in a much stronger containment room, a 90 strength containment. That is quite good because it has a shard inhibitor as well. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Once we get a security door, it'll be even nicer. A Mad Boomalope. D-Class. A job for you. The Boomalope got downed far enough that it's dead in 3 hours, but not dead yet. So I'm gonna have D-Class run away from it and then just stay away, I guess. Here, D-Class, eat some of that human. We can't use it anyway. We don't have a cannibal tribe this time, so it's not good food for us. There's the Boomalope. Now, we do have to worry about the fire, but, like, for now, while we wait for it to spread, we'll be fine. Matter of fact, here, you know what? If I cut these plants, then it won't be able to spread. Who's the plant cutter? You are, Yeez. Oh, and the rain came anyway, so I didn't really need to do this. But you know what? I'll cut them anyway. No, I won't. That's taking too long. I thought that'd be a bit quicker to cut. Now, Ship to the Stars, we're not doing that. Hunting Work Site, we're not doing that. Monolith, we're still having fun with the level 1 Monolith. Now we can turn this into the Butcher's Room. Now that, now that we're no longer using it to contain creatures. Which means we can now turn this into a stockpile zone that is for priority critical, non-rotten animal corpses. Except insectoids. I need to always specify not insect corpses. And I need to tell the butcher not to butcher insects either. There we go. Okay, so D-Class, you hungry? Now you're fed. You're feeling good. Let's keep doing this research then. Because once we get geothermal up, it's going to be a game changer. Because then we can have a security door. Now this room up here, I'm still not sure what I want to do with it. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it could be expanded a bit and be like a ritual room. But it would have to be made even bigger then, and that's a lot of effort for something that's probably not worth it. Maybe I really will just make it into a prison room. Oh, the game lied to me about how big this room has to be. Well, that's a tad upsetting. It said I could build it, but now the electric inhibitor isn't working. It needed 1 extra tile of range. Well then, we'll have to fix that. This wall needs to be 2 tiles further now. We gotta transfer the site stealer so that we can relocate all of this shit. There we go. And there's geothermal power researched. Okay, now let's get advanced lights. But more importantly, let's start getting power up and running. So, geothermal generator. Plop that baby down. Start delivering resources to it. Whew. This is going pretty well. Not trying to jinx it, but at least so far. Now, I will say, so I said it before, I've played First of all, I said anomaly wrong, I said Alamany. Second of all, a Gore Hulk. So, they are really dangerous from range. Also, Dennis, what is going on with you? Why are you... Oh, you're in pain. You have food poisoning. Okay. Well, I'm going to send D-Class over to deal with this guy. Thank goodness they're bad in melee. There we go, and he didn't kill it, which means we could capture it. I'll have Yeez go ahead and capture it. If it doesn't bleed out before then. It will die in 9 hours. Now, it had a lot of body parts cut out, and now the more body parts cut out, the better, right? Because that means less chance for it to leave. So, also, D-Class is urgently hungry again. My fucking goodness, how hungry is this thing? Go kill this turkey, I guess. Wow, it just ate an entire turkey, by the way. Like, every single part of it in one single gulp. Also, Dennis is having a tantrum because of the fact that he has a little stomach ache. He's literally like, my tummy hurts, I'm going to punch things. But hey, we have a Gore Hulk now. That's good. There we go. Bioferrite harvester researched. Now, next up is we'll do bioferrite shaping, because then we can get some bioferrite plates, make the floor out of it, and have a very, very high containment room. We also need it for the bioferrite shaper, which will be a very nice research thing to have. Void curiosity. Okay, good for you, Belle. Okay, let's finish this geothermal. Ease is having dark visions because of his recreation being low, even though the whole reason his recreation is low is so we could capture a terrifying creature. You'd think he'd be happy about the fact that it's captured and not out there still, but no. He didn't get to play horseshoe, so he's depressed. Oh boy. And now Yeez is food poisoned again. We have a really bad cook is the issue. Dennis is only a level 3 in it. So we just have to suck it up and deal with that. And we have the geothermal built. However, we don't actually have any power lines set up, and I want to finish this wall before I do. No, Belle, leave those blocks. There we go. Wall is finished in here now. It still needs to be expanded downwards now as well, but we'll worry about that later. By later, I mean after I've moved these things. Dark visions for Belle. Everyone's upset because of the food illnesses, huh? Yeesh. Okay, wow, yeah, everyone is upset. Okay, let's just deconstruct all of this. So now we're just gonna have one really thin hallway. That I really don't know what we could use for, because this wouldn't even be a good prison. It's too thin. It could be a storage room, I suppose. Yeah, you know what? Let's make it a storage room. And we'll have it hold specifically, you know what, let's just have it hold whatever. I don't think there's anything specific we'd really want to store in here. Unless we want to fill it with meat. Maybe that'd be a funny play. Turn it into a fridge. And have that be where we hold all our food, right next to the SCPs. That's a good plan if I ever heard one. Yeah, I'm not gonna have that be a storage room. I think maybe there's got to be something I'm not thinking of that I could do in there. A crafting room, roof collapse. Oh, we're gonna need columns. Put them all around the shard inhibitor. Oh no. I wasn't paying attention to D-Class's hunger. Now D-Class is not friendly anymore. The only problem with having a ghoul, you gotta constantly pay attention. And I didn't do that, because I don't pay attention. Yeah. Well, I'm going to, but the problem is, right now, that would be suicide. Also, I need to get rid of all these meal options so that they stop eating raw meat. Change this to meals. And they can also eat pemmican. Here, this guinea pig will be some more food. Well, I don't want to execute him for sure. That's too good of a pawn, but I don't know if I can actually put him back to work. I've never had a ghoul of my own that just went wild like that. Transport pod crash. 40-year-old optimist, slow learner but industrious. Oh. Sorry, buddy, slow learner docks you too many points for it to be worth it. If you didn't have that, I would have absolutely taken you. There we go, we're not starving anymore. Yeah, I don't know if there's any way to tame a ghoul that has gone berserk. Do we tame him like an animal? No, there's no tame option. I think... Okay, I looked it up. It looks like once you... Looks like once they starve and they leave the colony, they are not able to be brought back. Which is a bit upsetting. It also doesn't really make much sense. Well, I guess we're gonna be studying that ghoul. We just didn't have the meat. Oh, D-Class is chasing down Bell. Yeah, well, right now what he's probably gonna do is kill Bell, if I don't hurry. It's fine. We can get a, not maybe a better ghoul. We can get another ghoul later. Thank goodness for kiting. Yeesh, the health bar on this bitch. Okay, it died. On the bright side, despite being a relative of Bell, no one cares because it was already turned into a ghoul. So, yeah, that's fine. In the long run, I want to have a room just filled with meat, just permanently filled with meat. But that's not something I can do very easily due to the fact that you can't automate meat unless you have animals. And if we're gonna have a room filled with meat like that, we need animals that specifically grow up fast. I think pigs are the best choice for that. I'm not sure. Looks like we need to harvest some berry bushes. Oof. Oh well, so we lost our really, really, really good melee pawn, but that doesn't mean the end is here. Okay. Well, let's put the security door down to get this room extra strong. And we need power to go to it. These hidden conduits. So that they can't do the zzzt event. Okay, I'm going to change their schedule from how I have it currently. Because they are apparently too stupid to actually do recreation when they need it. Deserter, no. Stop giving me quests. I don't want to do quests right now. Right now I want to have my colony stop falling apart. Dennis is enjoying a nice reading of Pope Explores Horticulture. Apparently the Pope is a fan of growing plants. Okay, Yeez is doing a nice bit of research for us, void research specifically. 20 days of having this person here, and they won't do any work. No. That is not worth it at all. Okay, now Dennis is filling in this gap in the wall with the security door. And just like that, this room now has 171 containment strength. Now that's great. I was wrong about the size of the harvesters, but you know what? The electric inhibitors meant we needed to expand the room anyway. I'm going to pretend like I'm not just coping out of my mind currently. Okay, now let's get power to all our rooms. Okay. This will give a use for all that steel we have saved up too. Speaking of, Belle is a really good miner, but we haven't had her mining anything lately. Let's have her mine some more steel. And let's set up some wall lamps. Oh, the power in this room needs to go a bit expanded in order to be able to reach the lamps. There we go. And the power lines are built. Now he's just building the lights. Now we want these to be a nice bright red in here. There we go. This is an accurate looking SCP room. Bright red lighting. Now the floor is still grass because I need to replace that. I think I'm just gonna deconstruct these walls. I said about having something to get done out here, but there really is nothing I can think to do. So I'll just deconstruct these walls rather than having this weird little tunnel outside. And I'll remove the roof. There we go. Yeah, that was just an unnecessary structure because I thought I needed it to be bigger than I actually did. But now, we can set up some bioferrite harvesters. Now, is there a limit to how many? Can only support one. Ah. Well then, I'll put a harvester between each of these like this. We got bioferrite shaping. Let's learn how to make ghouls. I think I think that's a good idea to learn how to do that now. You know, turn people into horrible, brainless creatures. Hang on, this has a much bigger range than I thought. When placed near a holding platform. Oh, it doesn't need to actually be on it. Okay. That's quite nice. Well then, we just need this one harvester. Sweet. And we can use electric inhibitors to improve the room if we need to do it anymore. We can even set up some more holding platforms as it stands. Perhaps I will. Anyway, for now, let's just keep harvesting this thing's bioferrite. That's probably nice and painful for it. And as we all know, the best thing to do with an SCP is to piss it off. That's how you know that you're truly a scientist, is that you're irritating the hell out of everything. Now we're gonna need 676 bioferrite if we want to get the entire floor in here, which we will want to do eventually. But for now, we'll just start in the center and branch out. Because every single one of these we place improves the storage of the room. Like the entity storage, I should say. Okay, we've got 30 left. You know what? I'll just set it up like this, and he'll build it as he needs to. I don't care. It doesn't need to look good. It just needs to work. It'll look good in the eventuality when it's nice and big. Until then, who cares? Now, let's set up a psychic ritual spot. Somewhere. We'll do it right here. And the whole reason for that, also, we are starving again. My gosh, food is such an issue in this game. Let's hunt some animals, I guess. Probably not that many. A raid. It's just a single Neanderthal with a knife. He is a jogger, though. A beautiful jogger at that. No, he's already gonna die in 7 hours because I removed his left leg with a shotgun shot. Good, even more monolith study progress. And we killed a man. Oh well. Nothing of value was lost. Hey, we got the gazelle. Now we can stop starving temporarily. Now, let's do this ritual. We might have someone go into a coma for a couple hours, but who cares? Evil ritual, yeah! Okay, yeah, he's in a bit of a psychic shock. A death pall. You know, out of all the things that could have happened, it was probably like the worst one. Although on the bright side, now we learned about shamblers. You know what? I said that was probably the worst one, but that did help me in the one regard of making it so now I know everything except for the fleshlings. Because it taught me about shamblers and the death pall. So it wasn't the worst case scenario, I guess. There is now a shambler right outside of the building. Oh, it's attacking. Great. It's pissed. Is it gonna stop or is it gonna keep doing it? Looks like it's gonna keep doing it. Let's try and destroy this thing. Come on, this thing needs to die. Hit your shots, Dennis, my goodness. It's just a zombie. Ooh, we can capture it. Nice, okay, well that's... You know what? I'm fine with that. That's honestly better than killing it. And I don't even need to really worry about tending it, because I don't think it can die. Yeah, it doesn't bleed. So that's just even more materials for us, I suppose. Bioferrite production. Also, let's set up this proximity detector now. There we go. Now we can not have to worry about a site stealer showing up. Is Belle being chased, or is Dennis being chased? What's he being chased by? Oh, a shambler squirrel. That's actually kind of horrifying. That's a squirrel skeleton. Imagine being chased by the skeleton of a squirrel. I think he moves faster than it, though. Ever so slightly. If he could ever hit his shots, it would be quite useful. Like, holy shit, this is starting to be annoying. I know his manipulation is slightly hindered, but come on, man. Okay, now we're gonna haul this squirrel over, because the Harbinger tree will get rid of it. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about it being resurrected, because the Harbinger tree ate it. The Death Pall has resurrected an alpaca. I'm pretty sure that's an alpaca we hunted. Oh well. Hopefully the Death Pall ends soon. I'm gonna change the room in here to be a stockpile zone and have it be priority critical and have that be where we hold all the bioferrite so that I know how much we've got at any point in time. And not just so I know how much, but also so that they'll just leave it there whenever the harvester's finished. Instead of hauling it real far away. In the future, I won't want it there, but for now, while we're still finishing the floor, that's a good location for it. Now, I'm letting them just sort of do research right now. I should probably work on other stuff, to be honest. I'm going to swap to an electric stove while I'm thinking about it. Just so we don't have to worry about wood as much. We could do void provocation again, so I think we will. Go ahead and get the fleshlings to arrive. I believe that's what happens next. Because they're the only things I haven't seen yet from this tier, so that should be right. Yep, flesh beast attack. It's just a finger spike, is that it? That's fine. As long as he can hit his shots. Oh no, it's another flesh spike too. And he whiffed. Okay, Belle, you're gonna have to attack these a little bit. Ooh, that one got downed instead of killed. They both did. Well, let's capture this one. And let's get another holding spot here and capture the other one too. Now we'll have even more things to harvest. I'm surprised. Usually when I fight them in my single player world, they just pop like a fucking balloon. Hey, the death pall cleared. So now we're harvesting even more. Let's build those containment platforms. Each one just needs 40 steel, so it's pretty cheap. Oh, and we learned microelectronics. That's nice. We should probably start working on getting better weaponry. Because a knife is not that good, and that's all Belle's got right now, despite being an 8 in melee. Okay. Looks like if I want to have these bioferrite harvesters working properly, I'm going to want to build a harvester here, 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 and then move this one here. Gore Hulk Assault. Well, it's a good thing that the Imperial traders are here to deal with them. I don't even have to fight them this way. Ooh, that one's capturable. And so is that one. Hehehe. More SCPs to capture. dark visions because Dennis is hungry. Okay, I'm gonna need to have another blueberry harvest just to make it so that we stop starving. There we go, but now we're harvesting from a bunch of different SCPs. So many nice and harvestable SCPs. Also, Yeez has insanely high malnutrition currently, so he can't stand. Shit. I didn't know his malnutrition was worse than everyone else's. Who else can grow? Dennis. Come on, hurry up and cook, Dennis. Why do you have to haul it in such a weird order? And we need someone to do doctoring temporarily in his place. There we go. Now he isn't a medical emergency anymore, or at least he won't be because he just got fed. And Belle is so upset about being in the dark that she's hiding in her room. I just haven't had a chance to give you guys wall lamps yet, jeez. Fine, I'll make you some now. No need to get so antsy over it. Now we could do more void provocation whenever I feel like it. I feel like it now. Just want to get this nice and underway. Hopefully we get something that's not like another Paul, because Pauls aren't that good. Shamblers! Okay, 2 Shamblers. I'll have Dennis come over here and deal with them. It is raining, so his accuracy is going to be a bit shit. Doesn't matter that he's a 14 in shooting and he's using a shotgun. He still manages to whiff half the time. Actually, more than half the time. Now we only need one of the Shamblers to survive so we can research it. The other one I don't care about. Okay, please hit it in the leg, Dennis. That'll make this a lot faster if you hit one in the leg. Okay, that's the torso. Okay, that was also the torso. Okay, now you just killed it. The other one he did hit in both the legs, so that one's way slower. I'm gonna have Belle come finish off the Shambler because it's very nice and low. Its manipulation is still at 70%, but it's only got a 23% in movement, so it's at least extremely slow, I guess. But there we go. Now I'm able to capture him. In exchange for 1 bruise, we got our last SCP slot filled. Now our entire room is filled with SCPs. But I can't help but think I want more. But I won't. Not yet. Probably not at all, to be honest. This is more than enough most of the time. Now we're almost done with the ghoul infusion research as well. Let's have him finish building all these lights. There we go. And let's change this color to a nice pure white. There we go. Feels sterile. Now we just have to wait until we get all this bioferrite harvested so we can have a massive floor of bioferrite. Because the better that floor is, like once it's completely finished, this storage room for SCPs will pretty much be able to hold anything and harvest from it without any repercussions. It's a pretty nice thing to be able to do. I think it's time I worry about their recreation, though. So let's make a nice wooden walled in recreation room. Let's see, actually, let's plan that. Oh, ancient danger. Yeah, good for you. Let's plan this. Let's have it be a nice 11 by... No, we'll do 13 by 13. Have it be the biggest size we can do without needing any columns. There we go. Get rid of those trees. Then we got a uranium ore meteorite here, which is insanely good. And a bunch of mad gazelles. 3 of them. I miss having a ghoul who could have dealt with all of these by himself easily. Well, that gazelle is right on my ass. Sadly, I think gazelles move way faster than players. Yeah, 6 versus 3.6. Okay, Bell, get out here. Yeez, get out here. You don't have a weapon, but you're gonna deploy your turret. Oh, and a shaman merchant showed up. If I had just waited through the night, then that shaman merchant would have killed them without me having to use my turret pack and without any damage sustained. Really? Well, now I feel stupid. At least I have a tactical turret here for if something attacks. It's gonna run out of battery eventually, but... Oh, that sucks. Oh, here's a book that teaches us a little bit about void sculptures and serum synthesis. That's kind of nice, yeah. Also a psychic shock lance. I mean, I can use that to get really good quality ghouls. I kind of want to buy it, but I won't because I don't have the money for it, sadly. Sag. I will buy their bioferrite, though. Speed things up. Now let's start butchering. Oh, yeah, cool. Another raid. Oh, and it's just 2 people with tox grenades. That's annoying. Okay, the wasters are attacking, but I'm literally just gonna lead them over to the traders. And there we go, the traders are gonna kill them all. Oh, he lit my tactical turret on fire. What an ass. At least we got some smoke leaf joints. Well, that was a very intriguing raid, we'll say. Now, I'm really not happy about Ys having that permanent pain. That is kind of really upsetting him. Next up, let's research draw animals, probably, or actually skip abduction. That's a pretty good one to get. Or psychophagy, because then we can get chronophagy. You know what? Let's do psychophagy. Just because chronophagy is so good. Okay, Ys, go ahead and get us more wood so we can finish off this building up here. Dennis is still healing up. Still needs that replacement arm too. Definitely would be nice if we can get a prisoner sometime soon so that we can take their arm. Oh, and Ys is smoking up all the smoke leaf now. He's gonna get a dependence. Draw animals research? I don't need to do this quest for that. Archite metabolism, very fast runner, and mild UV sensitivity. You know, very fast runner and archite metabolism is very nice. That is so good. But I almost want to accept the 90 toxic waste packs. However, I'm not gonna do it. Despite how amazingly strong that is, I can't deal with the waste packs right now. I don't have a transport pod ability. Ys just smoked pretty much all of our smoke leaf but didn't get addicted, so you know what? Good on him. I don't mind that he did it now. I'm sure his mood is pretty, yeah, it's insanely high now because of the high on smoke leaf plus catharsis. Wow. And Dennis is fully healed, so that's nice. Let's butcher these gazelles before they start rotting. And these tox grenades are worth a little bit of money at least. Okay, this room appears being completed. So, let me check. Horseshoe's pin is dexterity play. I believe that that's the same as billiards table. Yeah. So we'll just build a billiards table to replace it. Transport pod crash. Trigger happy, psychically dull. I mean, you're really good with animals, but that's about all you're good at, and pretty much every Edekin is good at that. There we go, get some chairs around it. And we'll need some chairs up here as well. Actually, let's design this in a bit nicer of a way. He says, instantly placing a chair in the wrong place. There we go. And then lastly, we finally should probably get a table set up so that my people aren't quite so upset. That's not a good place for it, though. You know what? Let's just give them each a table in their room. There we go. Everyone gets a little table in their room. And a bookcase in there will also do pretty well. Now we just have to finish building all of it. Dennis, can you please work on the walls first? And the roof, I guess. Cargo pods! A bunch of dread leather! Thick, tough leather taken from some monstrous creature. Great. And now Dennis is so angry that he had to see a rotting corpse, he's gonna insult someone. And then get punched by them. Except he did most of the punching. Oh, nice job. Imagine insulting the shit out of someone, and then when they get angry at you and punch you, you just beat the absolute hell out of them afterwards. Like, that's just cruel, man. I'll make him clean up the bedroom of the guy he beat up then. At least make it feel a little bit like you made up for it. Now, it's time, I think, real quick, to get an ideology thing set up, because we do need to get rid of that permanent minus to debuff. So let's do a role change, and let's make Belle a researcher. Which is the name for our leader, I think. Or no, that's not the name for our leader. That's the name for our, like, priest equivalent. There we go. So now she's gonna have high expectations, which is not ideal. But everyone else is going to have a bonus to their moods, and considering everyone else has scars that either hurt or they're just Dennis. Dennis is a bit of a menace. So, yeah, it's fine with her having that debuff. Plus, the 8 without a table debuff should be going away soon. Once Dennis is done building the rec room. All in all, this is going pretty well. I think this rec room is really nice. I have a big area over here for when we get TVs set up. I'm gonna go ahead and get us some couches as well. What can I make it out of? Pretty much only blue leather, but I don't think I'd have enough. Could I do dread? No, I don't have enough dread. And I'll probably have to hunt some animals to get enough leather. Sadly, yet again, the hunter is doing something else. He does like everything. Dennis has too many jobs he's doing at the same time. Oh well. We're getting along well though. I'm surprised we haven't had any special visitors yet. That's what I was gonna talk about that earlier, but then the Gore Hulk showed up and it distracted me. So the last time I played this in single player, on like day 1, I had a person show up who wanted to join my colony, who was like very, very, very good. And it was kind of scary, wondering like, well, what's wrong with you? Why do you want to join? Also, we don't have enough cloth for the poker table. That sucks. I'll have to buy some from the next bulk good trader that comes by. Mail drone. I am so glad I did what I did earlier. I'm gonna have him go ahead and smoke some more smoke leaf. That he's not gonna go on a mental break. Collection of Fortune. Hammer's Pain. Huh. Where's the item stash at? That's not that close. Well, let's check out the Bioferrite Shaper and see. We could make some ritual masks. Those are probably a great thing to have. Or some ceremonial hoods. If we got more cloth, at least. Alternatively, we can get the Nerve Spiker, which does low damage but stuns targets. That's... Nyeh. I'd rather do high damage. Maybe if I had more people with guns, it'd be good, but until then, eh. Well, I'd say that this has gone pretty well. I'm gonna fill in this pit burrow. Oh, only Dennis can do it. Right now he's too busy playing pool. There we go. Now he filled it in. Alright, now it's just a matter of waiting. As you can see, more and more of this floor is getting the bioferrite plating, and that just means that the containment strength is getting stronger and stronger every day. I can shelter an ally. Who's Marl? What do you got for you? Slothful and very neurotic. That's a combo. Yeah, no, I'm good. What a combo, though. Well, tell you what, I think I'm gonna end things there then for today, because that is a pretty good stopping point, honestly. I mean, not much is happening right now that could, you know, distract. So tomorrow we'll continue where we left off. Not sure exactly what we'll do. Maybe build a better kitchen, because right now it's kind of a bit of a shithole. But that's something we'll worry about tomorrow. Hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, or if you're watching the VOD, then rest of your night or afternoon or whatever time it is. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.